Hello everybody, it's the Worm, and welcome back to Steins. Before I say anything, before we do anything else, I wanted to very quickly go back and check, just because, I was really curious. I wanted to see what may have changed from going into the beta attractor field. So I went ahead and loaded a save, the most recent save, and I, went back through Okabe going and making the choice. And so we're in the beta attractor field right now, and I wanted to see what may have changed in our phone here. So let's go ahead and check that real quick. First of all, let's see if... Okay. Obviously, I don't think we have Krisu in here anymore. I think she was probably... What did we have her as assistant, I think? So it makes sense she's not here anymore. Okay. We have this. Aha. Okay. So this looks like... I mean, I didn't memorize the... What this address, I guess? I didn't memorize what it was in the beginning, but it looks similar, I think. And once again, it's just a static... It's just static. Yeah. We got this, on the 28th. Which was, it's probably just the same time as we got it originally. Huh. What's the over-under on these letters actually meaning something? X29. JT, John Titor. No. I don't know. It's kind of weird that this is the old... Well, I say kind of weird. It's almost creepy how this is the only thing in our entire inbox right here. It's just that. Yeah. Okay, well, it looks like... Wait, is there any outbox? No mail. Okay. Okay, it looks like that's pretty much it. The Krisu thing, that makes sense that we wouldn't see her in there. The no mail, except that one weird mail. I don't know what to think about that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get settled real quick, and when we come back, we'll begin the episode proper. So give me one moment, please. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Alright, everyone. Now time for a proper sort of introduction here. Well, and a little recap, I suppose. Last time, we went ahead and finished Mayuri's ending. Yes. And to be honest, if I knew that Mayuri's ending was going to be, that short, I would have just, I feel like I would have combined the last two episodes, just have it done in one thing. But, at the time, I thought it was going to be a much bigger endeavor than it turned out to be. So, that's that. Hindsight's 2020, and, Alright, so, since then, I believe I said I would just start going back and trying to make other choices. But I very quickly realized that that would not work out very well. So, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to rely upon a guide that was provided to me very graciously by Lise. And I'm very thankful for that. This probably would have been very hard to watch, much less, for me personally experiencing it, just trying to sort of flounder my way through, attempting to get, alternative endings and trying to uncover everything. So, once again, thank you to Lise for providing this to me. Now, I'm very, well, on the one hand, I'm happy to have it. On the other hand, I feel a bit nervous because, well, I don't know, just looking at it, it's there's a lot of, well, it's simple, but at the same time, I feel like I could screw it up, Um, because it looks like we're probably going to be skipping around a lot. So I'll probably be skipping a lot of part of the story we've already seen. But if I screw up or miss something, I may have to make a cut in the video or, something like that. So I'm going to ask you all to bear with me as I try to navigate this. Hopefully it goes smoothly. But, rather than just being nervous about it, I just need to force myself to get through it so I can actually see what I want to see. Okay, so I went ahead and went back to the very beginning and have gone to, well, essentially, it looks like a lot of what we're going to be doing is choosing specific things in the various email sections that we have, as well as, answering calls or not answering calls, making those sorts of different decisions. So let's just start doing this. Let's just see if I can work this out. Okay, so this is the first choice that has popped up. Oh, I was also, this was good to know. I learned that there is a difference between the control button and the E button. Apparently control is a force skip, and the E button only skips text you've already seen. So that is very crucial information to have. So hopefully, whenever we get to all these different decision points and things like that, the skip should just stop. Okay, so let's see here. First choice appears. Yeah. Okay, so I don't really care about achievements or anything like that, so we're just trying to get the actual content here, so let's see. Extra line. Okay. I skipped to get to this point. So this is going to be I may be forgetting some of the context of where we were here. So what is this here? Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah, connected.
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮です。
Wow, this is it feels like it's been a long time since we heard this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get to, okay. So let's see here. First, okay, let's see if this works here. Do it. Yep.
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。普段と違って逆回転してるんだぜそれ。
Okay, so I think I can just skip now. Let's see.
ご覧ください。秋葉原駅前のビルに謎の巨大物体が墜落しています。
Okay, so we've made it. We've made it to first choice. Okay. Okay. I'm understanding now. So we're gonna go ahead. Yes, the Oopa. You know, this was never addressed, her losing that Oopa. We never found it. I'm sure this Oopa is actually the key to everything. And yeah, it was supposed to be a... I feel you're paying that thing is worth a fortune, our precious research fund. Ores, yes. It was meant to be expensive, wasn't it? So we're gonna go ahead and do this one. Okay. Okay. Simple enough. Now we're gonna continue on ahead. First meeting Krisu. Ah, yes. Yes, getting the... You know, those didn't really play much into how the actual time travel worked out in this game, or this story. Hey, Mr. Braun. Okay, next mail. Koopa's super popular, you know, even more popular than the Hirukakeru-kun. They're cute, I want to collect them all. It's like how you used to collect black fingerless gloves, remember? Okay, and we want to go ahead and go with Kakeru-kun. Well, first let's open the attachment. Oh yeah. I have no idea who that is. I don't watch bad anime. Wow, incredible. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and keep going.
That's it.
Now this should be, yep, Lukaku. We going to, okay, let's read this. Are you really okay with sexism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. Or something might have happened to you because of my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings of Samadari. Okay, and we want to say something. Don't worry, thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could have set it off. I'm forced to do battle again. Let's just pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. Yes, quite. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. I'll call Daru. Okay, so we want to actually call Daru. Yeah, and this guide that I'm following, it's taken note of some of the things I've done in the past, so it should be, the information we're getting should be, there should be some alternate choices from what I've already done, so I think this is one of them. Yeah?
俺だ。状況は
It's me, report.
オカリンさ、電話の時ぐらいそういうのやめれ。
Ocarine, can you drop the act when you're on the phone at least?
ジョン・タイターについて把握しているのかと聞いている。
Are you aware that John Titor has returned?
ちっとも話が見えない件について。
I have no idea what you're talking about.
そもそもお前今どこにいるんだ。ラボには来るのか。
Where are you anyway? You coming to the lab?
今メイクインニャンニャンにいる。
I'm at May Queen plus Nyan squared.
またか。
Again? May Queen plus Nyan squared is a maid cafe in Akiba. Yeah, no kidding. Dar's regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too.
内密に話がある。
I have a sensitive matter to discuss. Actually, it's not sensitive at all.
俺が行くまで。そこから動くな。
Don't move until I get there.
は？来るの？いいけど。
You're coming. Fine, but... Okay. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and continue. I think we could skip here. Okay. We're gonna send this mail. And send. Okay, so now I think I'm safe to skip again. Maybe not. She's staring at her phone. I don't think I've ever met anyone who's made less eye contact with me than her. After a few seconds, her phone receives the email.
Okabe Rintaro.
It's my name, don't wear it out.
なぜその名を
What? How'd you know that name?
今のカラメールに
From the blank email. Damn, my email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once.
それは世を忍ぶ仮の名だ。もう一度法院の方の名前で送るから。
That's just an alias. I'll send another one with my true.
いいわこれで
No, this is fine.
何を言う。俺は岡部倫太郎ではなく法院京まであって。
Nonsense. I am not Okabe Rintaro, but Hoin Kyo. She's really not buying it.
画像は消したか。
Did you delete the picture? She nods slightly, I think. It's really hard to tell. Her body language is as subdued as her voice.
消したのなら証拠を見せろ。
If you deleted it, then prove it. She silently shows me her screen. I see an IBM 5100 on there. The only picture remaining is the one of that computer. That's a relief.
メールするから
I'll email you later.
聞いといて
So ask, okay?
何をだ。
About what?
都市伝説
The urban legend. Oh, that. I almost forgot. Okay, let's see if... let's see if we can skip here. Nope, still new. Throughout the encounter, she kept the same cool expression. Actually, I don't think we ever once made eye contact.
おかえりなさいませご主人様
Ugh. It's, just skip it. It's too much for me.
今日も期間打倒のための極秘会議かな
Alright, what do we got? Okay. I asked about Mayor-chan about what it is you're fighting against, but she just laughed and didn't answer. What should I do? I want to help. Okay. You don't need to know, not yet. Eventually, if Steins Gate chooses, if Steins Gate so chooses, you will learn the truth whether you're ready or not. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and skip. Okay. This should be, yep, this is from her. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moeka. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work... Oops. I didn't mean to click... okay, hang on, game. Let me go through this. Okay, Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu. Yeah, I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots of Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite, Lamau. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, I should really get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe-kun, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting. And if you could, I'd be super happy if you gave me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moeka. And can I look at the attachment, please? Nope, I can't right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. It is a very blurry picture of an IBM 5100. Okay, and let's see here. Okay, so this one has... There's something else I need to do with this one, but I don't think I can do anything with it right now. Oh, come on, what's with this mail? Disregarding the weird timing, is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radhi Khan? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have split personalities or something? Well, I got some info. Okay, so here's where we can do it. Yes, okay. Reply. Okay. I tell Dara to wait a bit as I start typing out a response. It's not like I trust her, but I figure I should tell her what I learned from Daru. And then she'll be completely discouraged. Mwahaha. What a devilish idea, Okabe. He's heard about the IBM 5100. As expected, it's extremely rare. Last month, some PC otaku searched all over Akiba without finding one. Turns out that rumor you heard was false. El Psi Congru. Okay, sent. What? A response already? Hardly any time lag. As always, Shining Finger, your digits defy the laws of physics. I start reading the mail. Is it true? It can't be. I'll mail you again. By the way, you mentioned a John something or other, didn't you? Does that John person have an IBM 5100? Please reply soon, Moeka. Oh, damn it. Just as I thought, that woman has a predisposition for harassment. I never should have gotten involved with her. Let's not reply to this one. I've fulfilled my minimum obligation. I have nothing to feel guilty about.
待たせたな、ダル。
Okay. Sorry for the wait, Daru.
それで、一つだけ確認したいんだが。
So there's one thing I need to know. Scan the earth with my eyes once more, then I lean in close. Can I... Okay, there we go. That E button is very convenient, because even if you're on... It won't skip even if you're... If you're on something new, it just won't skip at all. It'll say skip in the corner, but it just won't go anywhere. So that's useful. Okay, we got a call from, email from Ferris. You're more perceptive than I thought, yeah. So now you understand what's at stake. Southern Red Cross, da-da-da-da. Yeah, Chuni stuff. We need to choose Red Southern Cross. I see, so the holders of Original Sin, those who, like me, were born of Prototype 13, have begun to assemble in Akiba, guided by the star that we alone can see. The time is right. There we go. Simple enough. Man, I'm just now thinking... I'm curious, you know, it's not like I've looked ahead, so I don't know this for sure. And you don't have to tell me for now, because I don't know how long this is going to take. But if you have to... If certain endings require very specific combinations of email or calling, I could definitely see, without a guide, this would take quite some time indeed. Okay. Alright, let's continue. Okay. Let me click the thing. Come on, Steins Gate. Let me click the thing. Okay. Alright. So that was it after all. The holders of original sin, also known as the prophets, Nya. Among them is the girl known as the fallen angel who accepted chaos, Nya. I'll attach a picture of her face, so remember it well, Nya. Oh, and before I forget, look at the picture without protection. Looking at the picture without protection will cause Divine Eye to activate the original sin excitation mode 666 compulsory receptor release, which will annihilate you at a subatomic level, so be careful, Nya. Thanks, Ferris. Wow. This definitely looks like it's from something. What does that say? Phantasm? But, whatever it is, I do not recognize it. Okay. Interesting. Next, we're going to go ahead and do phone wave again.
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮です。
The Mayushi guidance system.
タイマー操作ができます。シャープボタンを
マユシーガイダンスにスキップ。
例えば2分ならシャ
Yep, we
ー
know.
プ120です。
Complete. Hey, Krisu, you're here. Incredible. Response from Mayuri. Rennet Kakera was really interesting. You should try watching it sometime, Ocarine. It has lots of stuff that makes you think. It's not just for kids. Did we read this? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? No. Stop it. Alright, hang on, let me get a drink. Okay. Rainet Kakeru, access number 1. The rumored guy is no good? Mystery transfer student. A net cafe in New York City, someone types an email. In an hour, start the cyber attack against the Department of Defense. Yumehara Kakeru is a 5th grader who just recently transferred to Kaigyo Elementary. Although flawless in academics and sports, he doesn't particularly stand out. His classmates, Kirari and Tamaru, are members of the school's small computer club and try to get Kakeru to join with the reasoning that they need anybody to increase their numbers. But Kakeru isn't interested. He's probably not good with computers, it can't be helped. Then one day, during computer class, Tamaru shows off her touch typing skills to Kakeru. While rebuking Tamaru for that, Kirari displays her abundant knowledge of computers and the internet. Tamaru says, "Hey Kirari, look at the transfer student. He's only using one finger to type." Kirari: "Come on, stop that, Tamaru. He's just a transfer student, so he can't help it, can he?" Everyone in class looks down on Kakeru's lack of ability when they see him slowly press keys one by one, as if confirming each individual keystroke. It is at that moment that a low whirring sound emerges from Kakeru's bag. As everyone looks on in amazement, he reaches in and pulls out a sub-notebook PC that would make any kid jealous. Moreover, it has a unique design. Tamaru: "This guy can't be for real. A sub-notebook even though he types one-fingered?" Kirari: "That's not it, Tamaru. Look, that sub-notebook doesn't have a display." Tamaru: "Kirari, I've never seen anything like that. It's making a screen." The UPA inside Kakeru's sub-notebook delivers an emergency mail from Nagaya-san. Written in the mail is the surprising news that the Department of Defense has been hacked. Upon confirming the contents of the mail, Kakeru's eye color changes and his movements accelerate to a surprising rate. The entire class stares in disbelief as he removes the screen from the special sub-notebook and connects the keyboard to the school computer. As an emergency countermeasure, he uses the school computer to begin pursuit of the cracker. Kirari and Tomorrow are astonished when Kakeru still starts operating the keyboard with violent force. Kakeru pursues the traces of the cracker, who hides his identity by using servers throughout the world, easily exterminating obstacles such as trap viruses. He draws close to his opponent. The Net Cafe in New York City. A window opens on the monitor. Kakeru finally corners the culprit. Faster than cyber police units throughout the world and the CIA, Kakeru reaches the culprit's computer and accosts him through chat. The culprit calls himself Jay. Jay releases viruses. They are powerful things, which have the ability to force other people's computers to freeze. But Kakeru defends himself by shooting a precise vaccine, slowly approaching the culprit's whereabouts. The location is found to be somewhere in New York. In just a few moments, he'll have the exact address. Jay is surprised by Kakeru's ability. "I never thought I'd have to use this," he says as he takes out a strangely shaped CD-ROM. Kakeru is unable to defend against viruses released from that CD-ROM. Furthermore, all of the computers in the classroom are destroyed by that mystery program. The battle has ended in Kakeru's complete defeat. The computer room teacher's face reddens with rage. At that time, the school's dismissal bell rings. While feeling regret, Kakeru rollerblades to his meeting with Nagaya-san. Kirari and Tamaru, wanting to know what sort of person Kakeru is, chase after him. Nagaya-san tells him that the computer virus Jay used is a very dangerous monster program, Vios. The mystery monster program's made for an unknown purpose. Their destructive force is said to be thousands of times stronger than normal viruses. There are 9 types of these unreproducible monster programs. It is said that he who collects all of them can control the entire internet world. Simply put, this monster program is legendary on the internet, and a hacker has appeared who can use it. This is a global state of emergency. "What should we do?" Kakeru cries. In response, Nagaya-san takes out a gaudy-looking input card. "We're not just going to stand here and watch. We're just about finishing developing a new Rynet card." What is the new Rynet card? And what is Kakeru's true identity? Meanwhile, in New York City, the Net Cafe door opens, and out comes a pretty boy. "Kakeru, huh? What an interesting guy." While putting away the strangely shaped CD-ROM, he laughs while enjoying himself. That boy is the grade schooler hacker who shook the world in the past, Jay. Wow. That's incredible. I don't even... Ah. I'm astonished. I don't know how to react to that. It does remind me, because I remember growing up, we had, what was it, Toonami, I think? Well, not I think. I'm pretty dang sure. Toonami. And I can remember, as a kid, there was Dragon Ball, there was Naruto, there was Yu-Gi-Oh, or Yu-Gi-Oh might have been something, a different channel, but there were tons of things, and I can recall, just reading that, it made me remember those kinds of shows that were on those kinds of things. Oh, got a drink after that. Okay. So that should be us good for chapter 1, I think. Let's continue on, shall we? Oh my goodness. Such violence. Okay. So I think... Yeah, so the guide says that there were some emails. There were a few emails at the beginning of chapter 2, but they should have just been spam, so we don't have to worry about those. This should be... Yeah, here's all the spam. Yeah, I remember someone mentioned... it might have been Lise, actually, who mentioned... if you needed any proof that Mr. Braun actually cared about Moeka, then just the fact that he put up with responding to every single one of Moeka's emails, that's just certainly proof enough. Okay. Oh my goodness, Mayuri is sad. Mayushi's spending money is dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in too sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. Fair enough. Okay, we want to choose food. Okay. You eat too much anyway, go on a diet before it's too late. Okay, then we got one from Ferris. Original sin level rising to 180%, my goodness. Kyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah? You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting. Yeah, haha. Okay, we want to do... interesting. You... What are you scheming? Okay. Suzuha, yeah. Message from Lukako. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some of your lab? Oh, that would not be correct. Would it be okay if I baked some for your lab, Franz Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some techniques with Samadare whenever you have time. P.S. I managed to practice 10 swings today. Do cookies. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure, Okabe. Okay. Oh, wait, stop.
実は IBN5100 には隠された機能があるんだよ。
Oh, okay. That was probably that's just more spam then. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. Skyclad, 2010. This is Amane Souza. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay. Don't worry, I won't email you too much. I might be slow to reply too. I'm kind of new with this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. I'm gonna pick this one. That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Okay. Okay. Alright, so apparently on this one, I can just click through it, I think. Yeah. On Titor, did you reply to the email I sent him earlier? Yeah, we remember this. Oops. Not letting me mess with it. Flash runs through my head like electric shock. There's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eye are the first several lines.
そうか。今、点が線でつながろうとしているぞ。
Okay.
何の話？
Is this skippable? Yes, it is. Okay.
来た。
Oh. Oh, that was... Okay. I gotcha.
やはりって
Yep, we know that. A reply from Varys. Dost thou desire chaos? Yeah. Of course, Varys. You're talking to Ho and Kyoma here. Okay. Okay. So our next stop. Give me 1 second. Okay. Alright, so I think what I need to do here is to not contact her at all. Now, just for clarification, I think it's not necessarily the case that all of these choices here have to do with getting different endings, but rather it's more, it could just be more the case of me choosing up the other options that I didn't choose originally as we go through. So let's just keep going. I think I remember this part too. I think this was one where I responded to her and sort of made a promise, and I remember really regretting that. So we're just gonna go ahead and click through this. Ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance, but I decided not to bother. Yep. Okay. Finish my drink and water toward Chuodori. Okay, and let's see. I think we need to keep going without answering, because I think these are all Moeka. It's the male demon. It's like she can read my mind. Instinctively scan the air, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, I guess I'll send her a reply. Okay, so the story just forces us to do it. Okay. I just wait for a response. Yeah, we know why. Okay, so that's obviously, it's something that the story is going to make happen regardless of whichever we choose originally, so I getcha. This still skip. Okay, so we're going to skip this as well. I think this is also Moeka. want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean tell me Super Haga's address? You making fun of me with that? You're not getting anything from me. Why does she need to send 2 short consecutive emails? Yep. Another email. Okay.
偉そうだけど、最低限のマナーは知ってるみたいね。
Okay. You're pompous, but at least you have some manners.
何のことだ？
What do you mean by that?
人と話してる時に携帯をいじり出す人って私嫌いだから。
I hate people who play with their phones in the middle of a conversation.
そうか。だからお前、初めて会った時、俺から強引に携帯を奪ったのだな。
Ah, so that's why you grabbed my phone when we first met.
初めて会った時？そんなことしてない。
When we first met, I didn't do that.
しただろう。俺が定時報告をしている時に、お前は俺の手から。
Yeah, you did. There I was giving my report when you grabbed my phone out of my hand. I shut my mouth before I finish. The events at Redicon. My story of what happened back then doesn't mesh with Daru's story. It didn't mesh with Mayuri's, and now it won't mess with Karisu's. Mesh. So in the end, was that a dream, a hallucination?
何？定時報告って何のこと？
What? What do you mean giving your report?
あ、いや、なんでもない。
No, it's nothing.
それで、電話レンジカッコ仮の話だったな。
So, about the phone wave name subject to change.
お前はあの実験の後、タイムマシンなど嘘だ、などと悲痛な叫びを上げていた。過去のトラウマでも思い出したか？
Okay, I think let's try skipping. Yep. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so we're not going to respond to this one. Ooh, that was a close call. I think we can go ahead and continue. No, this is new. Okay, woo, that was close. I probably shouldn't go back in there today. Take a deep breath and calm myself down. That's when something strange catches my eye. There's a woman squatting on the ground nearby, her knees against her chest. In her hand is a gaudy purple phone. She's staring at me. She's staring at the screen without moving a muscle. She's even more conspicuous since nobody else is around. And on further inspection, I realized it's someone I know.
シャイニングフィンガー。
Shining Finger. I call out to her, but she gives me no reaction. Shining Finger is the name I made up, so I guess it's only natural. Her name was Moeko, no...
指圧し。
Finger. I stand in front of her and call her name. Well, the name I gave her, but she doesn't even look at me. Her fingers are typing rapidly on her phone, so she's definitely conscious. But she still looks dead. There's no life in her eyes. I'm actually worried. Despite the heat, she's not sweating at all.
聞こえていないのか？
Can't you hear me?
誰？
Who?
ホーイン・キョーマン。マッドサイエンティストだ。
Hoin Kyoma, the mad scientist. She glances at me for maybe half a second, then goes right back to staring at her phone.
誰だっけ？
Who?
貴様、人の顔も覚えられないのか？
What, can't you even remember people's faces? Of course, I'm the one who forgot her name.
IBN5100 を探すという協力関係にあるにもかかわらず、このありさまとはな。
I agreed to help you find an IBN 5100, remember? And this is the thanks I get? She twitches upon hearing the word IBN 5100, but she still doesn't look up.
岡部君。
俺はホーインだ。
Ignoring me, are you? Why won't you accept me as Hoing Kyoma?
メール送った
I believe... Well, maybe he'll check on his own again.
メール
Well, I did just receive an email. I nearly flip out. Is this really something you should say by email when the person is standing right in front of you? Wouldn't take 5 seconds to say it verbally. She's friendly enough in her emails, but in person she's a lump of unsociability. How can she write fancy meeting you here without smiling at all? It makes me think the mails are coming from a different person.
まさに奇遇だな。お前もパーツショップを探して回っていたのか。
I suppose it is quite a coincidence. Were you looking through the parts stores too? She doesn't even respond when I ask her a direct question. Another email.
貴様は喋ることもできないのか。
Why won't you speak?
めんどい
Too hard.
メールを打つ方がよほど面倒だろうが。
Isn't it harder to type everything out? My yelling does not have the desired effect. Instead of getting her act together, she buries her face into her knees. Why is she wearing such a short skirt? If she sits with her knees up like that, I can see everything. Not that there's a problem with that. I sigh, then turn and walk away. I buy 2 Max coffees from a nearby vending machine. The mails keep coming. Sorry, I apologize. Please don't be mad. Please come back, Moeka. I'm more tired than angry. Besides, my search has hit a dead end, so I need whatever information she has on the IBM 5100. I can't just go home. Come to think of it, her name was Moeka, right? I remembered when I saw her email. I returned to Moeka with 2 Max coffees in hand.
岡部君
She's finally on her feet. She glances at me, then breathes a sigh of relief.
飲むか。
Want one? She timidly accepts the Max coffee I hand to her, but she doesn't move to open it. I wait for the coffee to cool down, open the tab, and take a sip. Sometimes this sweetness is just what I need.
なぜ喋らない。
Why don't you talk?
メールの方が気楽だから
Emailing is easier. Like hell it is. Maybe she's just afraid of people. When I finally consider that, I'm taken aback by my own thoughtlessness.
そうか。そういうことか。
Of course, so that's what it is. Basically, she's afraid. Afraid of the insane mad scientist Ho in Kyoma. Well, I can hardly blame her. In fact, I sympathize. Few indeed can withstand my aura of supreme madness.
私変よね
I'm weird, aren't I?
いや、普通だ。
No, you're normal.
そう
Really? For no matter how disciplined your mind is, you cannot resist.
お前は何ら恥じることはない。この世には絶対不変の真理というものが存在する。どれだけあがこうと、努力だけでは変えられない壁だ。
You have nothing to be ashamed of. In this world, there exists something called absolute eternal truth. It's a wall, immovable no matter how much you struggle.
故に人は妥協し、諦め、その都度別の道を目指す。
That's why people give up, abandon their dreams, and choose a different path.
だが、これだけは忘れるな。己の心の中に自分だけのシュタインズゲートを持て。
But never forget this one thing. You hold within your heart your own Steins Gate.
シュタインズゲート
Yeah, that's the title of the story, you know?
人は必ず一つ その扉を持つ。これさえあればどれだけ別の道を行こうと迷うことはないだろう。そう、この俺のようにな。
All people without exception possess their own Steins Gate. As long as you have yours, you may follow any path without losing your way, just as I follow mine. Malika nods. Looks like I got her to understand. Somehow. That's incredible, Okabe. This scene kind of reminds me a bit of Okabe's interaction with Lukako. Their first interaction ever. Where Okabe was able to, rescue Lukako from those two guys. And then he gave a little bit of a spiel that that spoke to Lukako. And he's done it again. He gave a little speech here, and somehow it seems to have actually worked.
それでここからが本題だ。 IBN5100 の情報は何かあるか？
So, on to business. Do you have any information on the IBN 5100? Malika answers by shaking her head slightly.
一体いつから調べている？
How long have you been searching?
2ヶ月ぐらい。
About 2 months.
どんな調べ方を？
Where have you looked? And of course, Malika starts to move her fingers at high speed. Stores, online auction houses, the usual. I also tried asking on @channel, and I even walked around Akihabara asking people. Or so I say, but I've only talked to about 4 people, including you. 4 people in 2 months, huh? Even though hordes of otaku come to Akiba each day.
PC ショップで店員から話を聞いたりしているか？秋葉で一番 PC の事情に詳しいのは彼らだぞ。
Have you tried talking to PC store employees? They'd know more than anyone else. Malika shakes her head again. She's clearly not cut out for this job. Sincere as she may be, she's just wasting time. That editorial company she works for must be incompetent if they chose her as their investigator. Though I suppose it's also her fault for accepting the job despite her handicap.
お前の目的はどっちなの？ IBN5100 を手に入れることと都市伝説を調べることだ。
So, what's your actual goal? To obtain an IBN 5100 or to investigate the urban legend?
両方。
Both.
なるほどな。
I see. In that case, her search is limited to IBN 5100s in Akihabara. But I don't care about urban legends, I just want to attain an IBN 5100. My true goal is what comes after. So I don't need to limit myself to IBN 5100s in Akihabara. I could just look online. I might be able to get one through auction. That would take time and money, though. If I don't find one in the next few days, let's consider that option.
この後はどこを調べるつもりだ？
Where do you plan to search next?
それは
That's...
途方に。
I'm...
よく聞こえないんだが。
I didn't quite hear you. Moika types out a mail at high speed. I honestly don't know where to turn. I've tried everything. She's useless.
案ずるな。俺はそれなりのネットワークを持っている。それを駆使すればレトロ PC だろうと見つけるのは造作もないことだ。
Don't worry. I have a network of informants at my disposal. Finding a retro PC should be no trouble at all. Moika looks at me for the first time today. I can see respect in her eyes.
この俺を誰だと思っている？法院京馬だ。望む者は支配構造の崩壊、そして混沌なり。
That was a laugh and a half. Have you forgotten whom I am? Boing Kyoma. My ultimate wish is to destroy the ruling structure of the world and usher in a new era of chaos.
それが岡部君のシュタインズゲート。
That's Okabe-kun's Steins Gate? Wow, they're actually making a connection here. That's something else.
狼ではない法院だ
Arokabe. Hoin. Okay. You know, it's been about an hour now. I think we'll probably call it there for today. This seems to be going well. Yeah, I think I'm okay with what we're doing currently, which is kind of just going back through this again and catching the different scenes that I missed the first time through, and then hopefully getting into some different endings at the end. So yeah, I think we'll continue doing this for now. And yeah. You know, I didn't really talk about my thoughts, my full thoughts on the Mayuri ending, huh? Maybe I should do that now. I mean, I did say at the end that I was feeling unsatisfied, but I think you understand why. I already pretty much stated it. It was more just I was expecting. You know, it was. I as I said, I mentioned it. It felt like a lot of build-up, and this was our final goal after all, to get to the Beta World line. So I was just expecting there to be just more. Even if there wasn't going to be a twist, I was expecting at least some answers after having reached it. But of course, without Kurisu and without Suzuha, you know, and without CERN, there isn't really an avenue for anything like that. And, but of course, now that I know that it was just Mayuri's ending, and it's similar to the other character endings we've had in the past, say with Feiris or Suzuha, with, Suzuha, Lukako. Did I say all those? Yeah. It makes more sense that it was just a shorter thing. Still interesting to me that so far the only one ending has had a picture pop up with Okabe and a child, and it was Lukako's ending, of all things. Not even one with Mayuri. Just Lukako so far. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Did I... You know what? Hang on, let me check. You know, maybe I shouldn't check. Achievements can have spoilers, right? Let's just look at the achievements for... The achievements that I've unlocked. Let's not look at achievements I have not unlocked. Let's see here. I'm looking for, okay, Suzuha's ending, Feiris' ending, Luca's ending, Mayuri's ending. Yeah, so we haven't gotten Moeka's ending. Okay. So that should hopefully be something we find as we go through this. She has to have her own ending, right? But where I'm at right now, what I'm expecting Moeka and Kurisu to have their own endings, and then maybe there could be a true ending beyond that, or something, maybe? Like, I would distinguish it between, like, if Kurisu has her own ending, it could be we would choose her over Mayuri, you know, something like that. And then maybe a true ending would be somehow we could say both of them. That would be my guess. Not sure about what a Moeka ending would look like. Especially because, you know, we have Nai, and Moeka seems to be consigned to death on her route. That's a pretty big stumbling block. Okay, well, we'll call it there, I think. Next time we will be doing more of this. We will be going through, seeing things we haven't seen before. That was a pretty good, that was a good scene with Moeka, funnily enough. We actually got a lot of more characterization from her. I'm kind of surprised that scene was, optional. I think the other thing was to have a conversation with Mayuri, maybe? But yeah, that told us a lot about Moeka's character and how she's kind of just she's so socially awkward, and it raises questions about you know, how is she working where she is, and you know that maybe that some of the answers she gives doesn't add up all the way. So yeah, that's interesting. That was a good scene. I've been The Warm. This has been Steins Gate. I hope you're doing all right, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.